Let's see what other people say. For 1080p, 30 frames should be 3500 to 5000. So yeah, I mean,
4,000 is pretty good, I guess.
yeah. Because even on the lower end, it would be 720p 60 FPS, which is
I'm looking at it right now, though. It looks kind of bad. Wait, let's see.
doesn't.
Nah, it doesn't look bad. Well, you go look
Okay.
at it. It's
Oh yeah, is it on your YouTube
yeah,
or?
it's on the YouTube. Oh, wait,
Oh right,
but I should do.
possibly moving back to America. Nice.
Oh, I need to change the name. Shit.
Yeah, yeah. This is from the last one, I guess.
What should I put as your name? Like Victor? Should I just put Victor, or should I put? What do you want to be called?
Uh, I mean, yeah, that's what I usually go by.
So just I'll put like.
Yeah, I mean, uh, okay, I need to mute this. Um, yeah, I mean, should be fine.
All right, I'll probably change this, but I put just talking to Victor live stream ramble or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
where is our what is this number 8 hashtag 8868?
Oh, that's my Discord thing. How is that? Wait, where is that showing
Uh,
up?
it's like here, I'll show you.
I like how you're just like in you're just like in this perfect white room, and then I'm just in like pitch dark. It's like such a contrast.
Yeah.
I could turn the light on, but it's kind of like
Uh,
inside. Yeah.
yeah. It's like you see above the title.
Oh, I'm leaking my Discord. I'm about to get doxxed. Oh, yeah. Above the title. Oh, huh. It must be like in the description or something. Wait, refresh it, because it shouldn't be there anymore. I deleted the description.
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, yeah. Should I put any thing like that? That way, like to get. Should I put some of the like hashtags that may?
Maybe, yeah.
Alright, I'll put some right now. REFOLD, AJATT, Roku. Do you have a YouTube channel? Like,
Not really.
not
I
really.
just have one for convenience, but I don't do anything with
What else should I put? REFOLD, AJATT, Roku. I might just put them on just for whatever. Just for
Honestly, I should post videos for fun.
Mm.
I'll see.
What else? I think that's about good, I guess. It's already got 4 views. 4 people's watching it. Well,
Oh, really?
you're one of them though, so.
Oh, right, yeah.
You're one of them. I don't know if it counts me.
Mm.
Max might be watching upstairs.
Oh, right.
It's got 1 like already. Was that you?
Yeah, one of them is me.
Okay. Well, the only one's you then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it says 2 for me.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to do that. Cool. Okay, wait. I need to fix this because you can see like the tops and bottom of the thing.
Oh, right.
How can I fix that? Does that fix it?
Yeah, you can just like,
I
because the top is still there. If you want to get rid of it, I guess you
still
expand
there.
it more. Yeah, sort of. I don't know. But then like the sides will kind of,
It's fine because there's not really much on the sides, anyways.
yeah, fair enough.
Okay, that should have fixed it. Let's see.
I mean, yeah, it's still there, but
It's just oh my god. It's because my thing is like messed up. I can only see. Like, look, I'll show you what I can see. For me on my screen, it looks like it's fine, but obviously it's not. Wait. There must be a way to fix this. Or I could just. Oh, you can't. I was gonna see if I could do F11 and just full screen it, but I can't.
mm, like Discord, or
Yeah. I was gonna see if I could do that.
you're supposed to be able to.
All right. Well, this should have fixed it.
I'm just looking at.
Let's see. Now you can see the bottom.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh. How about now? If anyone's watching this as like it's still messed up. I think I'm just gonna fit it to screen and then just
Sure.
who cares if they see, I guess. Alright. Swag. Well,
Well,
what shall we talk about
this
now?
is gonna be a disaster because we didn't turn
It's
advance.
fine. My most popular video is a disaster, to be fair.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I
let
don't
me do a
know.
little introduction, I guess.
Sure.
Do you want to start off just saying who you are?
Uh, yeah, but I'm like terrible at this. Like, give me like a prompt of like
Sure. Okay. Just
questions to answer.
basic things: your name, where you're from, what you're doing.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, names in the title. From Canada.
Names in the title. Can't be bothered to say
Names
it.
can't be bothered. Going to school, university.
Doing the shits, doing the
In the
studies.
shit.
Yep.
Gonna go to Japan land. Good
Going to the
stuff.
gay land. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Sometime within
some
the next decade, or hopefully.
decade. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, ideally next year, but
Ideally next
probably
year,
not.
but well, I had this right here next to me.
Um.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. What else? Oh yeah, 19.
Uh,
I guess.
19
Yes.
years old. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like this might turn into an interview. It's fine.
Nah, I mean, whatever. Fuck it.
Yeah. Who
Just
cares? We're just rolling with it at this point.
yeah.
So when did you start learning Japanese?
Like learning as in like AJAT
Just
learning
when
or
you
just
just very first started, like
very first started like
yeah.
4 years ago. It was I guess I should use like what is it, junior or
Is it the same
uh,
as in America, in Canada?
yeah, but like we usually just say what grade, like
Oh,
9,
okay.
10, 11, 12.
19, 11.
Uh, but yeah, it was like the start of 10th grade. That was is that sophomore? I guess so.
Yeah, sophomore.
Um, yeah, I mean, basically, like I spent the previous year just like getting into like more niche anime stuff because up until then I had only seen like popular stuff like Naruto and whatever in like
Okay.
elementary school, and then
So
like
wait,
since
so sophomore. So how old was you then?
I was what like 15
15.
ish.
Hmm.
Yeah. So basically, like, I think, yeah, I just got my friends got me into anime. Like, I went to high school and there's all these new people, and they're like, "Come on, just watch anime." I was like, "Nah, I don't know." And they're like, "Yeah, come on, just try it."
So was anime the like kikkake, like the reason? Or
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, probably, yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, yeah,
definitely.
so definitely like ninth grade. I like spammed that shit, and then 10th grade came around, and then I was like, oh yeah, I mean, the natural course of action. I should like this looks cool. I'll learn Japanese. I don't know. And I also had like a very close friend who was Japanese, so I would like
Really?
go
I
to
didn't know
his
this.
yeah, and like his parents were very much still like I don't know Japanese mode, like no English or whatever. So I go over to his house, and it feels very like
Did he speak good English, or was he like native level, or what?
yeah, he was born here,
Oh, okay.
so
So.
yeah.
But did he still speak
Um,
Japanese, or was he just?
yeah, he does. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like pretty
See,
well.
lucky you had a Japanese like best friend essentially. Like,
Yeah, yeah. So that sort of helped, I
did you
guess, because I
tell him
was
like in the
like,
beginning? So he knew you was learning Japanese.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, he did. Um, and let's see. So I mean, when I started off, I was just like, I don't know. I did what most people do. I like looked around and like I was watching like Japanese Pod 101 videos on YouTube, that sort of thing. I don't know. I got like a little book. I was like trying to like learn kana and stuff.
Okay. Okay. So in the beginning, you just
And
did like
yeah,
conventional methods, like you was just watching
yeah,
YouTube videos. You got a
mm, yeah.
textbook.
Yeah, and then I think like it was like a year of basically like me doing like I wasn't like very good at like consistently doing anything, which maybe that turned out to be a good thing because I don't know if it would have been good for me to like consistently like do that sort of stuff. But like I spent a year doing practically nothing, and then um, I think that was around the time that I found math. So like the year after like 11th grade, and I just
The
like
year
watched all
after
his
11th
videos.
grade.
Or no, like the year after I started, so that would
Okay,
be
so
like
11th grade.
11th,
Okay.
yeah.
So a
Yeah,
year
yeah.
after you found so you found Matt's videos before you found AJAT. I'm assuming.
I think so, yeah. I don't know what video it was, but I know like the first like major video I watched was the 3 hour one. So I mean, I guess that's most people, but
The
um
first video you found that you watched was the 3 hour one.
I don't know if that was the first
Really?
one, but it was the most memorable one when I
Yeah,
think
well, yeah,
back.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, so I don't know. It might have been. I mean, I'd be surprised. Silly, but yeah, so I found his stuff, I like watched all the stuff and I got what he was saying. And like I knew sort of what I needed to do and I really wanted to do it, but like for whatever reason for like an entire year I basically just like didn't do anything as far as like AJAC goes. I just like kept rewatching his stuff. I would like make it into
Was it
MP3s and
motivating?
like yeah, I think
Yeah,
so, yeah.
yeah.
Um and yeah, and then about grade 12, so like my last year, senior year was when I started to sort of do stuff, I guess.
So, so what made you then want to do it? Like, what made you want to start then,
Hmm,
as opposed to before when you first found out?
I don't know. I don't know. All like I just remember thinking about it. Like it was probably like a point in time where I was like more into it, like the whole idea of it. And I like look back, I was like, man, why? I literally like didn't do anything for a year. Why was that? And so then I just tried watching like an anime on sub, and then I guess I like enjoyed the experience or whatever. So I wanted to continue with it. Um, basically, yeah. So I remember the first one I watched was ReZero. That was fun.
That's the
Fucking
first video you watched, or first anime you
yeah,
watched
it was a mind
without
fuck.
subtitles.
It was yeah, it was just, I didn't understand
That's so
shit. It
funny. I
was
used to have my ex best friend
oh
Tyler.
yeah.
He that was his first anime too that he watched.
Mm,
ReZero. Yeah,
yeah.
I never got into it to be honest. I didn't really like it,
Mm,
but
yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know why I picked that, but I'd seen it before at least. Maybe I'll kind of get what's going on, but yeah,
oh,
didn't
okay, I
really
see.
understand anything. Yeah. So I watched that and then I ended up like that was before I started grade 12 though. That was like kind of like a little before the summer started, like the summer before my senior year.
Okay.
Like I watched a few things here and there, not very much. I wasn't like ready to go or anything. I was just kind of like I don't know, testing the waters and it was like in the summer where I really like I don't know somehow got like the motivation to like do something and did like AJAT hardcore for a while.
Really? Okay. So what did you
Yeah,
do in the beginning? Did you download Anki? Was you doing that, or was you just
yeah,
strictly immersing?
yeah. Like I was trying to do Anki, but then like I don't know, I like didn't like it, and I was just lazy about it. So I was like, I don't need to do this. So I like didn't do it.
I think I remember you
uh,
saying that actually. Now that I think about it, like
yeah,
when we first met.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I probably did. I mean, um, yeah. And let's see. So it was like almost the end of the summer, maybe like a couple weeks or something, before summer's gonna end, and like I don't remember what happened, but I remember like all of a sudden, like I don't know, I spent like fuck, what was it? I got like a bunch of dramas and movies that had this like one actress that like I was like, oh, not bad, you
I
know.
see.
And
I
so I
see.
was like, I don't know, I like collected all of those, and then like I really like didn't care at all about like how tedious it was because it really was like I basically I didn't know where to get these resources, so I like found this one site that had things that were like hard subbed, and then the hard subs were so bad too. They were like really high up, so I'd have to crop in, and I could barely see like anything. I could see like half of the thing, but I watched
I
all of them
hated
anyway.
doing that. Yeah. It's just such
Yeah,
a pain in the ass. Yeah.
yeah. So I like got all that ready on my computer, and then I remember for like many days like in a row, I just like would wake up, sit in bed, I'd like go over to my computer and like have like a playlist full of movies ready. And then I would just like start it, and I just started watching them, and I would like literally never leave my bed the whole day. I would just
Wait,
like
so
sit there and
to go back in time, I guess, or to like just
yeah,
so
and
obviously you say you started learning Japanese
yeah,
from anime, kind of, but like,
yeah.
was your original like interest from Japan, was that also like anime, or was there something else that was
I'd say it's probably mainly anime.
mainly anime?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, most people probably the
Yeah,
same
that's true.
deal.
To be fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you've been studying Japanese for how long in this at this point? Like
At this point, I mean, if you
years or?
include like everything, 4 years or whatever, I guess.
I don't mean
Years.
like right now. I mean like where we are in the story. So you're like watching
At
all
this
these
point,
dramas and stuff.
yeah. So I guess at this point it was what, like basically 2 years almost, but like
2 years.
again, like 1 year,
One
like
year you
that
didn't
first
really do
year,
any AJAT or immersion.
and then the next year I just listened to Matt all the time to
I
kind of
see.
like I wasn't even thinking of what I was doing, but I guess it helped me like understand what I was going to be doing at least. So
So you're mostly watching anime. So you watch ReZero. You finish all of ReZero, right? Like
yeah, I finished all over Zero. I watched a few other things, like I watched like Umaru. I watched this one show called like Just Because. It's
oh,
kind
I
of weird.
watched that.
Is
Yeah, I actually read.
yeah.
Well, I didn't finish it, but I read like some of the first, like the first bit of the light novel. The first.
Mm,
Yeah, I didn't finish it at all, but yeah. Go
mm,
on.
okay. And what else? Like Erased,
Erased
stuff
is
like
really good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember all of them, but like some stuff here and there. Like I remember when the like I was really motivated like when the summer started. Like I guess I just probably went about it in the wrong way. I don't know what I was thinking, but like I was like, okay, this summer I'm just gonna like age. I'm gonna lock myself in my room. I'm gonna age out all summer, like non-stop, do nothing else. And I had like planned it out, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna watch an entire show every day and like have it all planned out in advance. And
Entire show. Wow.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember one time I like my mom went on vacation, so I was like, I might as well take advantage of the fact that like I get like the sort of master bedroom to myself if I want. So I like set up a little dungeon in there. I got like all these supplies, like water and all these things I would need,
Jesus
so that I could just
Christ.
like, yeah, like I wanted to just close the door and
Run away
not
from
like,
society for like a solid week or
yeah,
month or however
yeah,
long.
yeah. And I was just gonna like literally just sit there with my laptop and like, like watch anime and
Did
stuff.
you not get bored, or was you just completely content watching anime the whole day?
Well, I did. I did. Like,
You did.
I was like, I thought I could like do that, but it wasn't really like, I don't know what it was, but yeah, I just got bored too easily, and I couldn't really do it for that long. And then it was like closer to the end of the summer where like I got some sort of motivation, and then I actually basically did that for a while, like for a couple of weeks or so. Oh, my dad's calling. Shit.
Oh, you're good. You're
Okay,
good.
we have to answer this. Okay, wait.
Here, do you want me to mute the thing real quick? Oh yeah, you got it. I'll just minimize this.
Okay.
Are you back?
Yeah.
So I minimized the
Okay.
screen so they shouldn't have saw any of that.
Yeah. Okay. So what will end of the summer
I
stuff?
changed the
I don't
title,
know.
by the way, to AJATT Interview with Victor because I feel like
Sure.
it's gotten into an interview now.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel like the
So
title's really. Oh, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Okay, so
what were we talking about?
I was asking you if you got bored, and you said you didn't,
Mhm.
or you did at first, but
I
then
did it first. Later, I
later
didn't.
push yourself through it. And
Yeah,
was you
somehow.
making lots of progress during this time when you was watching entire?
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I literally just sat in bed and watched unsub like movies, dramas,
How
anime,
much were
whatever.
you
Like
understanding like at this time?
zero. Like
Zero.
literally
So
zero.
nothing.
Yeah,
And that was
literally nothing.
that must have been really like difficult.
Yeah, but I didn't like. I enjoyed it so much that I didn't care. Like the ambiguity was like nothing to me because I like. I don't know. I just loved it. Like
Just
I don't know how
hearing
to
the
explain.
language, or like what
Yeah,
was
yeah.
that?
Like that was enough to and like having visuals to kind of like have like 10% of an idea of what was going on was like enough for me to like continue doing it. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't really see any progress obviously with that kind of doing that sort of thing, but I mean, it was a lot of
So
fun.
when you
So
say nothing, you mean like absolutely nothing. You couldn't even parse the noises. Like you couldn't tell what was a word or what was not a word.
yeah, yeah, but like from what I remember, literally like zero, like
Well, that's still really
absolutely.
impressive though that you like, because a lot of people they kind of like slowly go in. Sometimes they watch like anime with English subtitles, and they go on to
Yeah,
anime with Japanese subtitles, and then they go on to like raw.
yeah.
But you just kind of basically just jumped right.
It's like going through AJATT, all that stuff. Like that was definitely like probably why I was so like I don't know, like pretty much okay with doing that. I guess because I really just believe that was like the right thing to do. So
Okay, I see.
you know,
Seems like it was buffering a little bit. I turned it down to 3000K.
yeah, I saw.
Yeah, so hopefully it gets better, but it shouldn't show up
Yeah,
anyways like in the final version. It'll just be when it's streaming right now, hopefully.
yeah,
It should
okay.
be fine. Okay, so when you say it was because you watch a lot of Matt's videos, do you just mean like
Mm.
motivation wise? Like it was just it was very
Yeah,
motivation.
motivation and I guess understanding. Like
You
you
knew
know,
you knew that if you just kept doing it, then you'd.
oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
like there isn't a doubt in my mind. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So
So you did
I
that
guess
for
I
how
could.
long?
Yeah. So that was like, well, me like sitting in bed doing that. I could only do that for so long because I had school in like a
Yeah.
couple weeks, and then when school started, I basically just continued doing that. Like, I mean, to an extent, like I get, I have to go to school, and
Yeah. Yeah.
um, let me
Did
think.
you
So
ever
what did I
do
do?
like? Was you ever like one of those hardcore age editors where you did like the earbuds in school or
Oh
in class?
yeah,
Oh, you did. Okay.
yeah. I got in trouble a lot for that because I wasn't doing a good job of like trying to hide it. I was just like
Oh, I
hoping
see.
that the teacher wouldn't care. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I basically. Like I'd wake up, I'd just start playing my stuff. I was like, yeah, listening all day. Um, and like I go to class, I'd listen in class when I could get away with it. And like I had like a spare for like our periods were or like our classes were like what like an hour and a bit, like an hour 20, and then lunch was like an hour. And I remember my first semester um I had those back to back. So like I would just go out and like go like grab food, and then I would like go to this like park next to my school,
Hmm.
and I would just like watch anime on my laptop,
In
and listen
between, in
like
between.
during lunch
Oh,
and,
okay, during lunch and.
spare. Yeah, so like for like almost like 2 hours, I was able to do that. Um,
I've always
and
like admired like people who could like go out of their schools to like get lunch and all that. Like,
mm, oh yeah, no, it was nice. Like I hated in there, like the cafeteria sucks. Like I don't
yeah,
want to hear like all those people talking. Uh, yes, I was allowed to, or like I could like go out and grab stuff, like, and then I mean, I just sort of had a routine. I feel like that helped as well. Like I just go kind of do the same thing every day. Like go same place, grab pretty much the same thing.
so you'd be watching
Uh,
anime while you was eating lunch, basically.
yeah, like I'd grab my stuff and then I'd eat it. I'd like be listening to a podcast usually. There was like one podcast that like I just there wasn't that much out. Like they only started releasing stuff like in the summer sometime, so there wasn't really that much content, but I would just like listen to all of it and then listen to it again and again and again. So I don't know.
That probably helped a lot. The, like,
Yeah, I mean I liked it.
so
And it was
you
just
never
like
did
I don't
Anki
know,
though, like at least in the beginning.
during this time, yeah, no.
Okay.
It's just that. And yeah, so let's see. So I'd like be listening to that, I'd eat there, or like if I just I don't know. Sometimes I'd have a coffee. I'd like walk around, and then when I would get to like a park or a place I could sit down, I'd sit on a bench and then like pull out my laptop, and I would just have like. I remember I was watching what like Demon Slayer, Fairy
Demon Slayer.
Tale, stuff like that. Um, yeah, and basically, and then I would like so I had school, and then like I'd come home in the afternoon, and then like I would just do my school shit like as quickly as I could, so I could just like get it over with, and then I could like go back to like doing what I wanted. So I'd like watch movies and whatever when I had
Yeah,
like
the
free
video
time
game a
after
lot.
that.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah, like as much as I could, and listening all the time, listening when I slept, like pretty much everything. like you would normally do as a hardcore AJATTer minus like the Yankee. And, I don't know. I did that for a while. I
So
was
how
like,
long were you just basically immersing just in raw shit until you was able to understand something, like understand even some?
I'd say like, well, I did this whole like process for like 3 or 4 months maybe,
Okay.
straight, like same amount of effort, like pretty good. And basically, I mean, I'd say probably by the end of that, like yeah, I could like get by a little better. I can't really remember that well though, but I don't know. It was like okay.
So you,
Uh, yeah,
so by the end of this 3 to 4 month period where you was
yeah.
just doing this,
Mm.
you was able to understanding something. Uh,
Well, yeah. I mean, slowly, like throughout, like it was like a slow build up, but I'd say like as far as like I don't know. Yeah, it's really hard to say. It's hard to remember, but like yeah, by the end of it, like if I watched something, like it'd be a bit. I mean, it wouldn't be zero. It'd be like whatever. I don't know.
yeah, I hate the percentage thing because it's like
I
hard to
I, I
really
don't do
say.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it's like
yeah,
what? How else can you kind of describe how much
yeah,
you were understanding? It's like difficult to explain, but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I'd say like I mean, the understanding was probably like still like terrible. It was probably still like I don't know, like whatever 25 or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I was definitely like since I was doing that all the time, like no breaks, like only Japanese. I even like I basically like felt like that was sort of like my community almost. It's like I would like watch YouTube too, so it's like the audience that was being addressed was like a Japanese audience, and like
Mm-hmm.
all my stuff was in Japanese, like my phone was in Japanese, or whatever. And then
Oh
I'd
yeah.
like
So did you
go
do all
there.
that in the very beginning? Did you set everything in
Yeah.
Japanese? Oh okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. And let's see what else. I would go to like this Japanese grocery store too. So like I had everything kind of like set up. So like my life was almost just like like there's like pretty much no English unless it needed to
Okay.
be there. And so I had this feeling of like uh like belonging, sort of like my identity was like tied up in it. So it made it easy to like go on and do
Yeah, you feel
that
like you
for a while.
should be doing Japanese because it's like yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And so like I just did it like at that pace for a while. And then yeah, I got really used to it. I would say like after that time, like I got used to it more than uh, like understanding really. But like I could still understand some stuff, and at least like being used to it helped like later on um, when I would do that again, like it would just help with like tolerating ambiguity. I was just
Yeah, I
really
see.
used to it. Yeah, I think it's a really good skill. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it is. You have to get used to it. So how?
Mm.
So you was doing that. So you just constantly. So was most of what you were immersing with? Was it these dramas, or was it just a mix between everything? Or were you watching more anime more, or what was it specifically?
Um, Probably like 50-50 for like
50-50.
that period.
Where did
Yeah,
you
like
watch all this
50-50.
stuff on? Were you streaming it? Did you torrent it? Did you? What did you do?
I had to like struggle to find resources. So I would like go back and forth between things. Like there was this one site, I think at one point where like you could like get like raw anime and it's like streamed on there, but then the site went down. Probably tried Netflix, even though I didn't have a VPN. So I guess I just like
Oh, you just watched
found
like
the ones that were
yeah
available.
on the Canada,
Yeah.
yeah, Canadian one.
And how did I get my anime? I don't know. Like I know what I use now. I have no clue what I was doing then. I didn't torrent for a while because I didn't know how to. And like for dramas and stuff, like I said, I went on like I think the site was called like Kiss Asian.
Kiss Asian, yeah,
It
I
is
know that site. I used to
yeah,
use it too. Yeah,
yeah.
Kiss
It's
Asian and
terrible.
Kiss
Like
Anime. Yeah,
I hate the hard subs on there. It's fucking annoying as shit.
yeah.
Like yeah, but I had dealt with it.
Okay,
But yeah,
so
I guess
was it more
yeah.
enjoyable though this time around? Now that you're actually like understanding something, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I'd say it didn't even matter how much I was understanding. It was more like um
Oh, it's buffering again. Shit. Whatever.
it wasn't so much about understanding the enjoyment didn't come from understanding. The enjoyment came from like in those moments where like I could like I also never really looked anything up. I just like understood like things would just come as they came. Like my
Okay,
brain
so
would
you
just
never
kind of
even
figure.
you never looked anything up
Yeah.
either. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was really slow because I like yeah, did that. So yeah, the enjoyment came more from like this feeling of uh, like belonging and the consistency, and like, I just did same thing day in day out. And I
Did you do
just
any
the fact that
reading like this entire time? We haven't spoke about it. Like it was just
no, none, like
none
zero,
at
pretty
all.
much.
Oh,
Aside from like looking at like stuff on my phone, but, like I didn't really even read. I just kind of figured out like what buttons did what, so I can read country for shit. So
yeah. I
yeah,
see. So that's interesting because everyone else I know they all did like RTK and stuff in the beginning. So they used Anki and they had
yeah,
like.
I
Did you do any
didn't.
study of like conventional study of like grammar or I mean I know you said you studied Kana like obviously before you did, but did you study like the
Yeah,
grammar guide or something?
not really. Like
Not really.
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Aside from like small things here and there, I didn't like go through anything like that. So I
Okay.
really that's why like I had no foundation at all, and I couldn't understand anything when I tried to watch stuff raw for the first time. So
I
yeah.
see. So the first year, then what was he doing? Because you said you studied like one for a whole year basically, and then the next year, that's whenever you like you knew about AJAT and stuff, even the first year, but you
Mm,
didn't actually do any of this stuff until the second year. So the first year, what
yeah.
were you doing to study?
To study. Wait, which year is this? I'm like confused.
It should be your sophomore year, the tenth grade.
Oh, what was I doing then? Like
Yeah,
before I found math stuff? Or
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so that's
Uh
before. Yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I think I mentioned this, but like like at the start I was just like stuff most people do, like language learning apps, like Japanese Pod 101. But I wasn't. I was barely doing it. So that like basically, got to like math stuff, and then like I basically stopped doing that. And then after a year of like doing math stuff, and then I started like I jumped into like immersion
Do
learning.
you
Like
remember
I
any of
kind
the
of
apps
forgot
that you
all that.
used?
Yeah, I've like pretty much,
I want to see
I
if
don't know,
I.
like Lingo Deer, Duolingo, I don't know, like all of them under the sun.
Okay.
Like I went through all of them.
Do you ever use
Oh,
it?
memorize,
Memorize
whatever
is a
stuff
big
like
one that
that.
I use. Did you ever use like kanji
Yeah.
senpai or?
I don't know. Probably. I think at one point, I don't know what I used, but I did try to like do kanji stuff, but like I
Okay.
didn't really get very far.
I used
Yeah.
Hiragana Pro and Katakana Pro to learn kana.
I just used like a quiz online.
Oh, just a
So
quiz,
like,
yeah. Did you write those
yeah,
out though, like when you was learning them, or did you just?
I did it at first, but like it was really terrible. Like I
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
get for shit. So I think I stopped doing it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back to like where we was at, so you've been studying Japanese
Hmm.
for about 2 years now. At that
Yeah.
time, or at this time we're at.
Mm.
Um, so you've just been immersing, purely listening. Your listening
Yeah.
ability was getting slowly but surely better.
Hmm.
Don't know about a percent, but still maybe like 20-30% or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So did you just continue on that path of just watching dramas and animes, just unsubbed?
Well, yeah. So I did that for like 3 or 4 months, and then like I something came up, and I just like ended up losing interest for like a little bit, not that long.
Okay.
Like I just started doing other things. For me, it's like it was always something where it's like I was either doing something all the time or not at all. So it's like
Yeah.
I went from doing it all the time to like not at all. Up and how long was this? So this was 12th grade. So this was like right before like Corona started.
Okay, I
So
see.
yeah, so like the next time I really did like anything AJAT related was like around the beginning of like when people were like stopped going to school and stuff. So maybe like March or something. It was like a good while after. But like I basically did the same thing, but now I was just like at home and I had nothing to do. Like they weren't even giving us stuff for school yet. Um, so like I watched like I think I binged like all of My Hero Academia, like
Oh,
all
really?
everything that was out. Yeah, I just went through all. It was really good.
I forgot to mention or ask, but were you doing passive immersion too, or just active immersion?
While like during that period, yeah, passive all the time.
Passive all the time. Oh yeah. Well, at school, I guess
Yeah,
you did say that you had your earbuds in.
when
What
I
were you?
could. Yeah,
Yeah, when you could. What were you doing
yeah.
like passive immersion? Was that just things that you had already actively immersed with, or was it just like music or
Sometimes,
podcasts or?
sometimes it would be like a variety. So it'd be whatever I wanted to listen to. It'd be either music, podcast,
Was that on an
or
MP3 player or your phone or?
my phone. I didn't have an MP3 player, and like I didn't have really any money to like buy
I
stuff
see.
at the time. So and yeah, sometimes yeah, I'd listen to like anime I'd watched or dramas, movies, like whole spectrum, pretty much.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you lost
Uh,
interest for a little
yeah.
bit, and then you came
Yeah.
back about the time whenever the all COVID-19 shit started.
Yeah, yeah.
And this time he was just doing it at home. So
Mm.
did your school had already shut down? Like, was it all like online classes
Yeah,
or something?
yeah. It was basically like at that point, like we kind of knew like, okay, we're not going back to school because like they kept saying like, okay, we'll try on this day and that day, and they kept getting pushed. And I was like,
Mm.
okay, yeah, we're not going back. Um, and they didn't give us any work to do, so I had like the whole day free, and I was just inside. I had nothing to do, so yeah, I just started doing that again. And since I had like all this time, I didn't really need to do any passive because I had like the whole day to do active.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I did. Yeah, and I did that for like I don't know how long. Let's see, March. Probably like I don't know. I can't remember. Like a month and a half or something. It wasn't that long. Not as long as before. Uh, then like what? I need to think of like the timeline. Oh yeah, and then that was like around the time when I met you. Um,
Really?
oh yeah, I think basically like what happened was I was doing that for
Mm.
like a month and a half ish maybe, and then like I met you. So because this was March, and then I met you like June ish maybe I think.
You met me in June. Okay, so then that's like a year before I met Max, maybe.
Oh okay,
Because I met Max
right,
also
yeah,
in June the next year.
okay, okay, yeah. Um, and like
How did you meet
yeah, I
me
remember.
exactly? Just you might as well say it now for if you ever
Yeah.
get famous, then you could.
Oh yeah. It was the like let me look at your channel. What video? What's it called? The
Was it just the
like
live stream
age
one? Because that's probably the only one. The
maybe it
the
was the
AJATT
AJATT
chapter.
update
Yeah,
video. Yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
just
where I met
commented
you.
there saying because I watched the whole thing and um
You must have deleted it because
like
I don't think it's there now. Oh, okay.
um but basically I think probably since I watched like your whole video at this point, I probably must have been like starting to like fall off because if I was really serious about it, I wouldn't have watched anything in English. But yeah, I
Yeah,
watched your stuff. I was probably trying to like regain motivation, or
I
whatever.
see.
And then I was like, because I watched your video and I was like, oh yeah, I relate a lot to like all the stuff you said. So then I like said something about that, and then you're like, oh yeah, we could like talk on Discord, and then it went from there.
Seems like a comment with me. I just
Yeah,
offered to talk to everyone on Discord. I'm like everyone's therapist.
yeah, yeah.
So we talked. Did that help you in any way, or did it? Was it even worse? Or
I don't know. I think like it probably helped like I like continued through sort of like while we were talking, but we didn't talk for that long. It's like a
and
week
then
or two,
obviously you
and
got into
then
that argument.
yeah, because like at that point, like as you can see timeline wise, like
You hadn't read it
I
all,
hadn't
and I
read
can't
at
really
all.
remember
Yeah,
exactly what it is. I think um, I definitely was like much more extreme at the time because
yeah,
I can kind of remember you say something about like how you how you weren't like reading at all or anything, or you hadn't
mm,
been doing any reading.
yeah,
And I think I just kind of was calling you stupid for not having
yeah,
done any reading, which
yeah.
now I obviously
Yeah.
think that's dumb and I apologize for it because it's just a
Uh,
little
it's fine.
too hardcore. But yeah, and then I think that over something silly as that, then we obviously stopped talking for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then around that time, I sort of like fell out of it. I think after that whole thing happened,
Mm.
up until when? Oh, up until even like so that was like June-ish, and then I did stuff again like for like a month or so at the end of the summer. I like rewatched all of like Terrace House or like a good bit of it because
Okay.
I love Terrace House. And
Yeah, me too. I love
um,
Terrace House. Was that the original
yeah,
Terrace House, or what season was that?
I've watched the original one of like multiple times. I don't know at that point which one it was, but it was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember what it's. I think it was the. I'd have to look it up, and I'm too lazy. I know like the setting, but I don't know the name. The names are like not memorable.
Oh, you
So
don't have to. Just curious. So the conversation we had, I mean, I know it was kind of like almost like an argument, I guess, but like,
yeah,
did it not like make you think whether or not you should be reading, or
yeah, it did.
yeah,
Yeah,
it did. Okay, and
it did.
at that time, like, did you just say like, okay, well, I don't want to, or was it just like,
Yeah. I
okay,
mean, it wasn't like So the thing was, I don't know like what I was thinking at the time. I can't remember, but like my reasoning was like I cared about like I like put off reading, then my accent will be better. But then like you were saying like, oh, you're just lazy, and I didn't really know
I'm
like
sorry. Jesus.
that's fine. Yeah.
Well, clearly you weren't lazy. I mean, you like you said, you was watching an entire series
Mm.
at some point, in a single day. So,
Yeah.
but I
Mm.
mean, it is a good argument to be fair, because if you cared about accent, I mean, and to be fair, like for only doing listening, your listening ability would be much higher, and I think
Oh
listening
yeah.
ability is more
Yeah.
important than reading ability. So,
Yeah.
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 So you thought about it, but it didn't like convince you to start reading. So you just kept listening. Still, you were still doing just active immersion through listening, watching anime, dramas, and stuff like
Mm.
that.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. So let me think. Oh yeah, yeah. So now we're like at the end of that summer almost. Like in August, I was like watching Terrace House. I wasn't really like chatting, but I was watching like Terrace House like all day sometimes, like most days.
Yeah.
Uh, and so then let's see, school started, like university started. Um, and then what happened? Jeez. So I
So do you want to
think,
kind of explain
I remember now.
how like what like your choice of what you was gonna major in university and
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like
I
that?
could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the program is basically, I mean, the title of it is East Asian Studies, and it's like basically the only program they have that has anything related to like Japan.
Okay.
Um, and you don't actually choose the program until like year two, but it doesn't really matter because you can still take courses for that. Like you can take East Asian Studies courses if you're in like what do they even call it? I don't know. Depending on like what program you choose to start with. So I chose humanities because that was the one you needed
Okay.
or one of the ones you needed, so you could take those. And yeah,
Was the whole
so
reason? I'm
my
sorry. It was the whole reason why you went like you ended up going to university. Was that because of you said in the past like that your dad like kind of convinced you to go to
yeah, he
university
did, but
to get a
like I
degree,
also wanted to go to Japan for like the future because I didn't know what else to do. So I was like,
and you
well,
thought it
degree
would
would help.
be useful. Okay,
Yeah. So
gotcha.
that's why I was thinking, and I was like, well, I don't really like school, but like as long as it's like I was able to do it when it was like completely unrelated to what I wanted to do in my
Mm-hmm.
spare time. But if at least if it's like somewhat related, maybe it's easier.
Yeah.
So
So that's what led you to decide East Asian studies or
yeah. Now when people ask, I say Japanese literature because it's
Japanese
cooler.
literature. Yeah, it sounds a lot cooler to be fair.
uh,
Japanese literature.
I mean, that is what like I do that a lot. Like
Mm.
we go over that, so that's why I say that because
Do
that's
you
like the
do you
bulk
do
of what
like
I do.
reading Japanese books or like what?
We don't. It's not really like that. It's like
Okay.
it's Japanese books, but like in English.
Oh, I see.
Maybe
So it's
like
Japanese literature translated in English.
of course, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
what a shame.
Yeah.
It could be
I
perfect. You
mean,
could
like
age out at school.
I know if my Japanese was good enough, I could just find them in Japanese for sure.
Mm.
Because it'd probably be even easier than like finding them in English.
So it's more
Um,
about the culture aspect of it than is it? Not so much the language aspect, do you think?
oh yeah, like what I study.
Yeah, because I mean, if it's in English, then
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh yeah, not at all. Like the language thing is like it's how do I put it? It's mandatory that you like if you're doing East Asian studies, you have to like achieve like third year level proficiency, so like the 300 level course or whatever. You have to like pass that in either
I
like
don't know
Chinese,
any of
Korean,
this.
or
So like,
Japanese.
what
Yeah.
level is that? Like, how can you
Okay,
kind of
so
describe how good
it's
that is?
basic. Yeah, so it's just like 100 through 400, and normally, so this is like a bachelor degree, so the program's 4 years, and so it's like year one, usually you're taking mostly 100, then two, then three, then four. So it would be like basically like for someone who is like brand new and they only just did things for school, they would start off at like first year take level
Okay.
one, level two, level three,
Is
and you
this
need to
like
pass
Genki
like
textbook level, like
yeah, no,
really basic?
literally, no, they use Genki. They literally use
Oh, really?
Genki.
Okay. So would you say that
Yeah,
were you already past, like in your time of immersion, were you already past like
yeah.
level 4, just like at the ability you were without doing any of that, just through immersion?
So level fours is a bit tricky because they have two. It's like once you get to the four isn't mandatory, but they have like two different types of courses you can take, and one focuses on like um speaking and listening, and then the other one focuses on reading and writing,
Okay.
right? So I guess at least in the speaking listening aspect, well, I don't know about speaking because I wasn't really speaking, but
Yeah, well,
um,
just about the reading and listening aspect, I guess.
yeah. So as for like, well, I didn't read, but
Oh, okay.
for like for the listening, I mean, I wouldn't say like there was a lot of stuff that like they would teach that like I guess I didn't really know because for me it's like without going out of my way to try and learn stuff, like without like actively looking for things, I only really knew like stuff that came up like really often. Like that was my core, and it like
Oh, I see.
goes out right. But
Gotcha.
like it was a little slow, but there was definitely like I was definitely like how should I say this? Like in certain aspects, I was above, where these people were. Like as far as like if I did speak, my accent was much better.
Really? Even
Like
without having
yeah,
ever spoken before.
yeah. No, I mean
That's
that's the idea,
crazy.
right?
Even without,
Yeah.
yeah, I know, but still, like, uh, that just goes to show how shit the school
Oh
system
yeah.
is. I mean, if these people have been studying it in school and practicing,
No, it's like oh god, it's
it's
so fucking cringy. Because they really get you to like they try to get you to they're like yeah speak speak speak. So you do it a lot in these like classes.
okay.
And it's
They
like
forced you to speak too then.
they force you to, yeah,
Okay.
and it's like really hard to listen to these people try to speak, but yeah, I don't know, it was
Do
funny.
you have any funny examples?
I don't know, not that I can think of, but like you can imagine,
Yeah, I can imagine.
it's like when those like times where like Matt like jokes around about it, or like
Yeah, yeah.
the videos Matt put up where he like purposely has like bad accents. It's literally just that, but like that's actually how they sound. Like
Oh,
it's
oh my gosh, I
uh,
just thought about that. That is actually an idea that I
yeah,
have. I want to do that with like an anime, an old anime. Maybe
yeah. You
you could
should,
even be a
you should.
part of it. If it's like four or
Sure.
six people, I could have like me,
Oh
Max, and
yeah.
you. We could have Nirusu. He could be a part of it, and we could all just. Oh, that's a good
Mm.
idea. Yeah, those
Yeah,
videos are
that'd be
so
good.
nostalgic. I don't even think he has them on his channel anymore. But
Mm. Oh really?
with
Okay.
maybe not with the anime ones, right? Like where it's like from
Mm.
Evangelion or something. Was it from
Right. Yeah.
Evangelion?
I don't know. Yeah, I haven't checked, so I wouldn't know. They're like buried down deep in there. They're like,
Yeah, I don't even know if they might be
yeah,
privated on his channel. But
yeah.
okay, so you're at university. You're studying Japanese linguistics translated in English.
Well, you know what sucked too?
Yeah.
Um, because I like they expect you like okay, the way they view it is like how should I say? It's like they almost view it like each thing, like reading, speaking, listening, writing, is its own independent like thing that you
Oh, I
need to
see.
like work on, like
Yeah,
independent
yeah.
of anything else, right? So it's like even if you like watch anime for 3 years but you didn't speak, you'd be at zero. Like if you tried to speak, nothing comes. Like you can't do anything. That's how they view it. And so and like I mean, I was lacking. Like I couldn't write kanji for shit. Obviously, I couldn't like it was hard for me to read and stuff. And so like they ended up placing me in like the 200 one, whereas like certain aspects of my ability were definitely higher, but they couldn't like if I wasn't there with all of them, then they
Mm,
you know.
I see.
And obviously, I wasn't that used to speaking. Like when I spoke, it was good, but like maybe like these people are like they make a lot more mistakes, but they're more comfortable or something, because they
Oh
went through
yeah.
school and they
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it was forced upon them, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Gotcha. So you was placed in the 200. So what does that imply? What did you have to
yeah. This is
make
the
yourself?
year two one,
Yeah.
or make myself
Are
what?
you still at a level 200 then?
Well, no. So like that one's like done. And I don't know if I even want to go ahead and take like anything else because it's not even mandatory. If they can like test you and they determine that your ability is like good enough so that there's no point for you to take it, then you just it's as though like okay, yeah, you've met this requirement for your degree. So if I just like grinded it out, I wouldn't even need to take it. And honestly, I hate that
Yeah, you
course.
shouldn't do
Like
it then. Yeah, you should just take the test.
like
Gotcha.
honestly, if I'm gonna go on an exchange next year, if that ends up happening, especially, and like I can just like AJAT and like live in Japan and like do all that, like I have no doubt in my mind I'll be fine. But
Yeah,
yeah,
of course. Gotcha.
yeah.
So where were we at? So you're going to university. You're still doing
Mhm.
AJAT.
First year, yeah.
Yep.
Let's see, let's see. So yeah, I started that. Um, oh, actually, yeah. So I stopped for a while because this was around the time when like I met my girlfriend or my ex-girlfriend, I
Okay.
guess. And like that was like when we were in that relationship, that was like my focus for a while. So
Yeah.
I think like so we dated for like 8 months, and I think about halfway through, so maybe like 4 months into school or something, I did age at like really hardcore for a while. Like like I made it wasn't for that long, but basically I made like an Annie list because up
Oh, you
until
should send me
this
it later. Yeah.
yeah, like I basically just tracked what I did for that period of time, right?
Okay.
Because I didn't I always tried to like track stuff in the past, but like I was never very good at it. Like sometimes I'd forget and it was messy and like I would have to like go back and think, "Oh, did I watch this? Did I watch this?" And it really bugged me that it wasn't like exactly what I had done. So I was like, "Okay, this time I'll just start it from this point. Like I won't even worry about what I did in the past and then I'll just track it."
Yeah.
So like I have that, and what I was doing for a while was I would just like literally watch like 25 episodes of anime a day. I would like,
25 episodes of anime a day.
yeah, yeah, and I would listen in my
Oh
sleep
boy.
too. Like I got like an MP3 player, and like I got like tape so that I could like have earbuds in and they wouldn't fall out in my sleep, and
You taped
uh,
them to your ears. Jeez, that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
hardcore.
it was annoying, but yeah, so I
I
did
couldn't sleep
that.
with earbuds. They just hurt my ears too much. Like,
Oh no, they hurt a lot. Like it wasn't worth it. Probably like at one point I ended up just like having it on speaker.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
on a low volume. Yeah, it's much better. Um,
Jeez, 25 episodes a day and age-adding in your sleep.
yeah, so literally like every single moment, like there was maybe like an hour in the day where I couldn't because I don't know, maybe I was in the shower, like time in between, but yeah, like even though like I had so much time to do active, I still made audio. Like I still like, every once in a while I would just like collect like the audio for the week or whatever, and it'd be immense because I watched so much. Like I don't know, it'd be crazy like the amount of stuff that was in there. Like I don't know.
Were you like rotating it like every week, or was it just the same
Every
stuff
week.
every week?
It was every week. I had no choice because like within a week I would get so much. Like if it was 25 episodes a day in
Yeah,
seven
that's a
days, that's
lot.
like
Yeah.
it's a lot. So I couldn't even really like
25
even if
episodes. So you're
I
like banging
yeah
out single anime series like every single day, basically.
yeah like I mean and some are like 12, so I'd get through like two, which was
Jeez. Yeah.
like I'd finish one, it'd take half the day, and I'd be like caught up in the story, and then I would have to force myself to start something else and like just take my mind and like you know put the
Yeah,
focus
yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
else. Yeah. So. I considered myself lucky when I found one that was 25 episodes long because it's the same story. You know,
That reminds me of
but yeah,
myself. Yeah. Jeez.
yeah.
25 episodes a day.
Uh,
Yeah.
so it was like 10 hours at least, basically, like every day of like active. And I did that for a while. When was that? So now it's August. That was like, let me go back in time. Oh wait, I can literally see what the date I created this or like how long ago I added my first thing.
So this was before
Uh,
you met your girlfriend at the time, or was this after?
no, this was during. This was
Oh,
during.
this was during.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah, because I met her and then like I was caught up in that, but like after I got used to that, sort of like
Was
after
she
like
okay
four
with
months
that?
maybe.
Like the 10 hours? She
Not
was
really,
okay.
because
Yeah.
yeah, not really, because we used to, or I mean, we had like it had calmed down a bit, but like
Mm-hmm.
especially when we first met, we would like call for like 8 hours sometimes. It was crazy.
8
Like
hours.
we would
Wow.
literally we'd stay up all night talking,
Mm-hmm.
and then sometimes I remember at one point we spent like 3 or 4 days in a row, like in a call. We would just kind of like go about
Jesus Christ.
our thing, and we would just like since when we went to sleep, we like said, okay, we don't care, just leave it on. And so like yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I might have done like a day or two, but geez, three,
Yeah,
4 days.
yeah,
Was this girl? Did
yeah.
you meet her through school? Did you meet her online? Like
Of mutual friends, yeah, online. She
mutual
didn't go to my
friends? Okay,
school.
I see.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but yeah, first like real relationship sort of. So yeah, it was like big focus. I was caught up in
Did you
that.
explain to her about all of AJATT and what you were doing?
I
And
did.
okay, was she supportive of that?
Yeah, I mean, she like kind of got it. She didn't. I mean, it's a hard pill to swallow, but yeah, I tried, and
Yeah, yeah.
and she even said herself like she has like she said she had like relatives who were like Japanese, not really relatives, but like close people who were like close with her family.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh yeah, I've been thinking like I wanted to like do something so I could like talk to them or whatever. And so I was like, oh yeah, well if you're gonna do it, then do it like this, right? And
Try
she
it out
did
with
for a while
her.
actually.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like she like I just helped her with like learning kana and stuff, and she
Mm-hmm.
did it really efficiently. Like I made sure that when she wrote it, it didn't look like shit. And she went through it like really quickly, and then like she went on to do like kanji stuff, and she would like watch stuff that she was watching in English, but like in Japanese. Like she watched like SpongeBob and stuff in Japanese because she
SpongeBob.
liked
Oh
that
my gosh. Yeah.
on Netflix.
That
Yeah,
shit's awesome on Japanese one is just insanely different. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and so I'd like watch stuff with her sometimes and surfing. So yeah, did that for a while.
Gotcha. So whole anime series and stuff, 25
Yeah,
episodes a day you was watching while you was dating this girl. How long did that
yeah.
continue? While you still dating?
So let me see here. I did that for like maybe not that long, maybe like a couple months or something. Like during the relationship, and at this time, like she expressed like she was like kind of like but like we never get to talk. And then I told her I was like, well, I mean, we still like message every day and call sometimes and whatever. So I don't know, cause yeah, but like, I don't know. 'Cause, Uh, yeah. It didn't
But
really
that
cause
wasn't
any
the time
problems though.
whenever you guys split up. That was just she
No,
expressed. That was the
it's
first
sort
time
of
she started expressing how she felt, basically.
kind of, yeah, sort of. But like, I didn't think much of it.
I think much of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
did
it's
you
not
just
like,
continue like doing what you was doing after that, or did you slow it down, or?
oh yeah. So I mean, I was doing like 2 months
Mm.
of that, like hardcore. And let me think. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So here's what happened at that time. So this was like March, by the way, of this year.
Yep.
It's not that long ago, and this was also the time when I actually like tried to like properly like tackle kanji because I was like I really want to read, and I like got manga and started reading.
Oh, okay. So this is when you started
Yeah,
reading. Okay.
yeah. Like since we're like doing the whole video thing, I could like go get like
Yeah, if you
the
want to,
manga
that's
and
fine. My
stuff. So I could go
dog's
for it.
being
Yeah.
really loud, but yeah.
Mm.
Jeez.
Okay. So basically, let's see here. Uh, so. I have more than this. It's just what I got at that time. I have like manga that I had before from before. Like,
Mm.
my Japanese friend like got me some like randomly when he went to Japan one time,
Okay.
stuff like that. But
Apparently, there's 12
yeah.
viewers right now.
Hmm.
So
Or
apparently, there's 12 viewers right now. Apparently,
12
it's
viewers, really?
yeah. I think it's buffing a
I'm
lot, but it's yeah. Also,
I can't see the viewers for whatever reason. Like it doesn't display it on your stream. Like normally it would, but it just says how long we've been live for. But I guess you have like stats and stuff. Yeah.
oh yeah, for me it shows all the stats, but it's saying that
Okay.
there's
Cool.
constant air. Oh, 14 viewers now.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. I thought it would have been like one or two people just
Yeah, I
there.
know, right? This is
And
I don't know. It's probably mostly subscribers. I don't know, but you'll get
yeah.
more
Oh
viewers
yeah.
after it's obviously published. But my dog's being
Yeah.
really loud right now. Jeez.
Uh, so basically,
So
this was like
switching.
after. Yeah, I had like a real like switch in terms of mindset because when I started like getting back into things, I was like watching anime all day. I had this mindset of like, yeah, I'm still just gonna do this and like I'll do this for like a year or something, then I'll think about reading.
Okay.
But so I like really care about accent. But then
What? Yeah. What was
the
the switch? That like what caused the switch?
yeah, the switch was like I realized that like I looked into my past. I was like I keep doing this thing where I go like on and off, and I was like maybe if I like limit myself in terms of like what I can do, in terms of like types of media, like I might not even get to where I want to be. So what's the point? Like I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what if I want to read manga and I tell myself no? Then I'm like making the process like not even not enjoyable, but like the opposite of enjoyable. Like
Yeah.
you
Hold
know,
on. I'm gonna go get
Mm.
my dog and just put it in my
Yeah,
room so that way she shuts up.
yeah. Well, I'm assuming the stream's still going. Am I just here alone? I am. Okay, well, I'll hold off. Uh, oh yeah, no one said anything in the chat. There are actually people here watching. Feel free. Um, yeah, I could like show the stuff that I've got here, but I'm gonna wait till Max, or not Max, Jesus, Luke. I'm gonna wait till Luke gets back. Just need to show him anyway. Max, if you're watching, that was just ignore that. He's been saying your name like constantly, so
All right. She should
not my
shut up
fault.
now. Sorry about that.
Mm. Mm.
Gotcha. So what was he saying? You were saying that
Um,
you realized that if I continue doing this, even if I wanted to read manga or something like that, I wouldn't be able
I
to.
might not even like I might just quit because I like can't like it was enjoyable to like just like sit there and watch anime all day, but only to a certain extent. Like
Yeah.
when you basically you cut off all your options when you only did that, right? It's like if I wanted to play games, I couldn't because I couldn't play them in Japanese.
Yeah.
So I was like, no reading for me, right? And it wasn't even about like I physically couldn't. Like I could if I wanted to. Like I had a friend who like I think I told you about him where he's like really good at reading, and
Oh
he
yeah,
just
yeah.
like jumped into it and he just switched everything into Japanese, even though he couldn't really read it, and he just
Yep.
said fuck it. And
Yep.
so I could have done that, but like I was like, no, it's gonna like fuck up my
Graphic.
shit. So I
Yeah.
was like, yeah. And I think the problem was like the whole like perfectionist mindset, which I don't know. I wonder who I got that from.
Maybe
Matt? No
probably Matt
way.
versus Japan because he's
Yeah,
probably the
no
most.
shot.
He's probably the biggest perfectionist out there. To be fair, it's not
Old
Matt
Matt,
though.
old Matt maybe.
Yeah.
So
17 viewers apparently. What the? I wonder if
wow.
that's like just. There's no way that's concurrent like or like current viewers. Maybe that's just
Maybe like
all time like people have
people who checked
seen
it
it.
out.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so you started reading.
Yeah, okay, so I came to this realization. I was like, yeah, I really want to read some manga because like I couldn't really do kanji yet. I was working on it. I was going through RTK. I guess I didn't even mention exactly what I was, but yeah, I was just doing RTK.
So did
Um,
you download Anki at this point, or how?
I yeah, I
Oh,
downloaded Anki and I basically I just like I made the deck on my own. So I would like go through like this PDF of RTK, and I would like make the cards every day individually. Like I just have the kanji on. Wait, what was the format? Oh yeah, keyword. It was what keyword on the front, kanji on the back.
yep.
Um, and I would like write it out by hand. So I was doing that, and then I got some manga. So like the first manga I got was I don't know if you know the series. It's kind of niche,
Let me see.
but it's like the new version of this. But
Oh, I've heard of this, but I've
yeah,
never actually read it.
yeah. So I was watching the anime, and I like the anime a lot, so I
Yeah.
just got the manga. And this is like this is like an older series, but this is like the 2020 remake or whatever. So um, got like 2 volumes of that. This is the second one, and I have more stuff here, but like I'll like introduce it as it comes up in the story
Mm,
or whatever.
the journey. Yeah.
So yeah, I was doing how many a day? Like what, 25 new cards a day plus reviews. Which I mean, yeah, with RTK it takes a while once you get into it because like writing it out by hand and like making the cards yourself if you're not using like anything pre-made, then yeah,
Oh
it
yeah,
would take
it
me
takes forever.
yeah,
That's how I
wow.
did it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Like on hard days it'd be like 2 hours. Um,
Yeah.
you know. Like especially when the reviews got to like over 100, like closing in on like 200. Yeah, like in the beginning it was quick because like I already used like pretty much most of the kanji I was seeing because even though I didn't really go out of my way to learn kanji, just from like seeing stuff written in Japanese sometimes, like my phone or like stuff on YouTube, like titles of anime and stuff, I would just like figure out how to read certain ones that came up. So, like I was already familiar with like a bunch of the early ones, so I would get through it in like half an hour, not even like less than that at first. But yeah, did that. Continued like watching. I would still try and get in like 25 episodes a day. Most days I would
Oh,
get
so you're
that
doing all
much.
this at the same time. So you started doing Anki, you started doing RTK. You was repping
Yeah.
your RTK deck while
Mm.
also reading manga and still trying to do 25 episodes of anime a day.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
hardcore. Wow.
Yeah. Like I would wake up, I would do the kanji first thing, and then I would like basically be like, okay, do I have enough time to watch 25? And like I just try my hardest to like get it in. If I had to like
What was with the 20 special number 25? Was that just because that's like the average length of
yeah,
an anime?
it's like 24 to 26,
Yeah.
basically. Like either two or one.
Yeah.
One show that's long or yeah, two like normal ones.
I see.
Basically, because I could have done half of that and it would have been much easier, but like I knew I could get in up to that much, so I was like,
Mm.
okay, I'll just do that much. I want to do as much as I can. So, and I could talk about like shows I watched that were like
Yeah, if you
notable
want
or
to.
that I enjoyed. Like I'll probably send you my anime list later, but
Mm.
just look here. Oh yeah, I revisited ReZero because there's second season was like coming out and stuff.
Okay.
So, and I mean, I love the first one, so watch that. Rewatch like Toradora, a classic.
Toradora is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Uh, I watched some weird stuff that for some reason, I liked. I don't know. I like couldn't find anything. It was always really hard for me to find stuff I wanted to watch. I was really picky, and
Mm-hmm.
I watched like Little Witch Academia, and for some reason, I got through it. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
watched that
almost like
too, but I don't think I finished it.
yeah. It's kind of like for kids almost, but
Yeah, it
yeah.
is almost like
Yeah, it was. I got myself to watch it, I guess, and then I watched Danmachi because there was a.
I don't know
Uh,
if I've watched that one.
yeah, like there was like new seasons and stuff, like two, three. I only saw the first one, I think. So watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like yeah, Higurashi. What else?
Do you have like some favorite animes from this time? Whenever you was like immersing and watching them.
Yeah, I really like this one, but like, um, it's like pretty like most people probably wouldn't know
It's
about
okay. You can
it.
still say it.
Yeah, it's Majo no Tabi Tabi. It's like
Mahjong Tabi Tabi.
yeah, I really like that one, but like yeah, I don't know. There's a light novel for that too, and I think that's what it's based on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like pretty niche, but like I liked it. The story was like it's like witch adventuring. No wonder.
Which
Yeah.
adventuring, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And Mushoku Tensei.
Mushoku Tensei is pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, and look,
Did you get
I
the
got I got the number
manga?
4 and number 5 the light novels. Because the manga is like different from the. It's based on the light
Those are
novel.
light novels, huh?
Yeah, they are. They are. They
Yeah.
are. Yeah, light novel.
How come you got number 4 and 5? Like, why didn't you start from number 1?
Because so the story, like aside from like it goes into more detail, I guess, but the story is the same in the light novel, and the anime covered 1 through 3. So
Gotcha.
you know,
So you only
yeah,
wanted to be doing new stuff. Don't you think it would have been like
yeah,
slightly easier to? Because I mean, you just kind of started
mm,
like off with reading. Don't you think it would have been
yeah.
easier
It
to?
definitely would have been, but all I cared about was like I want to know what happens, and like
I see.
that's
Well,
all
I
I cared
mean,
about.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, if it gets you to do it, then it's definitely better. So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, problem is like I can't read this for shit. Like
Did you
it.
finish reading the first manga that you showed me? Did you finish reading the entire volume?
No, so basically I like I would like read like I had almost no time to read because I was trying to watch so much anime, and so like
Mm-hmm.
I got through like some of like the first volume of like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Um because like I would have like a little bit of time sometimes in the evening to like go through it, but like barely any. And like it was slow for me to read because I was used to it.
Gotcha.
So I didn't really finish that. And then I got this other series later. Like Gotobu no Hanayome. This one, right?
Oh,
I don't know.
okay. No,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Oh,
heard of
really?
it.
It's pretty. It's like really popular, actually.
Wait,
And
wait.
I like.
Show me one more time. I think my girlfriend says she wants to watch that. Yeah, that's what my girlfriend wants
Yeah,
to watch.
it's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you like that sort of thing, I'm like, I can't decide what I like more between like shoujo and shonen. That's like really good. They have their strengths, weaknesses. I don't know. So
Gotcha. So are you trying to
yeah,
read that now, or is that just like next up on your?
I no, I haven't like touched any of these for like a while because I
Oh,
like
okay.
fell off the wagon again as usual. But like when I was doing that, I like got through the first volume and
Oh, okay.
started to like slow down. Like like if I was like I was planning, I have these three as well.
Oh, okay.
Like so it starts from because the anime covers like most of it. I think I don't know how many volumes there are. This is up to 14. So 14 is like all of them. That covers the whole story.
You said you
And
finished the whole like the first volume
yeah, the first volume.
of
It's
the
not
light
that.
novel.
This isn't a light. Yeah, does it look like a light novel? I don't know. I guess
Well,
it
the
kind of
other
does. This
ones
is a
kind of
manga.
look. The other ones kind of look like
Oh,
a. Well, because of the
the
Mushoku
other one.
Tensei one, that looks completely like a manga to me.
Well,
Like,
this is a light novel.
yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like a manga, but it's light novel. So I don't know.
yeah, and this
Okay,
one is
so
a manga. I don't know if it looks like a. It's just a
no,
manga.
that definitely looks like manga. Yeah,
Yeah,
from the even just from the cover picture. Okay, so that's
yeah.
interesting. Yeah, because I thought originally I was like, whoa, okay, you read a whole
I want to
volume
read
of
light
light
novels,
novel.
but I'm being shit at like I need to
Well, I'll
step up
say
the
this:
kanji.
manga doesn't. I don't know. I feel like because I did the same thing when I first like started reading. I chose
Mm,
manga like because I thought it would be like a stepping stone to get me into light novels and then light
yeah,
novels. But after reading, because I read like 40, 50 volumes just
yeah,
of manga, and to be fair,
yeah.
it didn't give me like enough of a base.
No, it doesn't, because
Yeah, you might as well just jump right into light novels. Because to be fair,
no,
it's
it's
just,
manga is just the written form of anime.
yeah.
And if
To
you're
be fair,
watching anime, then it's
manga's
just if
just
you want to.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's pretty easy. I
yeah,
think even for someone who's like, especially when you have like furigana and stuff like that, it's like,
yeah.
mm, but
Yeah, no,
yeah,
like, and I made the mistake. I like manga I love like physical stuff, and I know for manga it's like, yeah, it doesn't help all that much, but like I just love how it looks and like how it
yeah.
feels when I hold
It
it
is
and
nice. Yeah,
smell and like, yeah.
the
But with
smells. Yeah,
like
yeah.
with light novels, like I think it probably was a mistake to like buy these like physical copies.
Mm-hmm.
Um like I think it applies here as well. Like I like this, that it's like physical, but it's really hard to like learn to
Yeah,
read
from a
with like
language learner's
paper.
perspective, it is probably better
Yeah.
to just get it on the Kindle and then because then you can highlight
Yeah.
stuff and look things up while you go. But I would
Yeah.
say, just in
Yeah.
general, I'm the same way. I do like the physical books more. I mean, it is just like the sensation of reading a physical book is just better than.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I can get more into it, and like it keeps me
Yeah,
more engaged.
it
So
does. Yeah.
um yeah. So like because you were talking about the paperback thing, I'm definitely gonna like try and get that, and like I'll start with that, and once I'm comfortable with it, then I'll try and like
I'll
go
hook you
for
up with
the
lots of free books too. So
oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that'd be great. So
So okay, so where are we
yeah,
at now? Where how
this is still like March, April this
March,
year.
April? Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
So
So
you're reading, you're doing RTK. So
reading, doing RTK, watching a shit ton of anime. Did that for a while, and then let me think.
you mentioned that you stopped doing RTK about like 500 ish in, right?
Yeah, I had like 500 or so. Yeah, because I was starting to just like get bored of it.
Yeah, I see.
Um,
Was it just taking up too much time, or was it just not fun? Or...
it started to become tedious. I think like if I go at it again, I'm just gonna. I don't know if you're familiar with this because it's more of like a new thing. But Matt, when MIA was a thing, he had this one deck that was
It's like
like
the
the
thousand.
lazy
Yeah.
yeah, the fact because I think like I just want to read it. I really just want to fucking read.
Mm.
Uh, I just want to read light novels and shit.
To be
So I
fair, I
want to
think
like
you'll have a much better time learning kanji just through reading novels and making cards and stuff
yeah,
than you will doing RTK. RTK is very tedious, especially
yeah,
now.
it
It's
is.
yeah,
Yeah, like
but
I enjoyed the experience of like learning how to write. Like that was why I was like happy to do it because I was
mm,
like, yeah, this is pretty cool. Like, but now like more than anything, I want to just like get through it. And so like I think yeah, I might go for like Matt's 1000 whatever to just as like a foundation, and then I can like jump into just reading and stuff. Yeah, and I don't think I need to do any sort of grammar stuff. Like I really,
yeah,
I mean,
especially now. I mean, you've already been immersing
yeah,
for a decent amount of
yeah.
time.
So it's basically like I want to kind of like yeah, get through the kanji because I'm behind on that, and I want to like get into more things. And then also, as for like monolingual type of stuff, like I don't know, like for me, I have like some sort of a foundation, and I don't know for different people they say different things. So I might just try from the beginning to like slowly incorporate stuff like wherever I can, and I'll see how
Oh
that
yeah, we
goes.
didn't
I'm not
even
really,
speak about that. I mean, I guess
yeah,
you did say that you weren't looking things up, so
yeah, I
yeah.
wasn't so,
But did you
yeah,
start looking up things whenever you started reading, or
not really, no,
not really? Okay, I see.
not really. I just stuff I
So
didn't
how
know. I
were you
was like.
planning on like learning the kanji then? Would just by naturally just kind of
Yeah, I mean, I was
using.
planning on base. I was gonna go through RTK, and then I was gonna like, I don't know, I was gonna like try to read more. So I was gonna like switch stuff into Japanese and
I
like
see.
make car. I was gonna start like sentence mining, or whatever. So learn through that, I guess. Sentence mining,
Did you do
probably.
that, or have you not done that yet?
I didn't get there because I didn't finish kanji.
Oh, okay. So you didn't
I
want to do
tried
it until
sentence
you
mining.
finished.
Or, yeah, I tried it in the past, like here and there, but like
Okay.
not really seriously. Yeah. Um.
Um,
So yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. So that happened. That kind of sums up that period of time. And then
Mm.
I'm trying to remember. So July. So this summer I haven't really. Yes, I think since then I haven't really done too much. So basically, like if you think about it, right? Um, that's only really what like three major periods of time. So like that time, the time like during like Corona or
Mm.
whatever, I think, and then like that time like when I
Yeah,
started
and not
senior
very
year.
long periods
Yeah.
either, really. Just like a few
Yeah.
month kind of spurts here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, like sprints basically, and then I just like burn out sort of
Yeah.
almost. But I did make a lot of progress like during those periods of time, But like it only adds up to like I said, like 6 to 8 months maybe over 2 years. Um, And then, so I mean, we could talk about like a couple things. So one would be um, plans for the future because we've kind of arrived at the
Well, wait.
present
I
moment.
don't know
And
if
talk
we're
about
because I think we should first talk about like how you feel about your ability and stuff now. I mean,
now.
yeah, but
Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say that
okay, so
after. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know if we're finished with the
Right.
timeline though, because I know. So you stopped
Mm.
doing RTK and stuff. When was that? How many months was that?
Like end of April,
End of
beginning of
April.
or March, April, May, May.
May. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
around
So
that time.
stop doing that, and then
At about 500. Yeah.
did you also stop doing the 25 episodes a day?
It like tapered off basically. Tapered
Was you
off,
still
and
with your
then
girlfriend at the time? At this
I
point?
was, and we were together for another like 4-ish months or
Oh,
so,
okay.
and
So
then
that's
that's when
quite
we broke
recent.
up.
Whenever.
Yeah, it's definitely it was in July I think when we
Oh, really?
split.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a hard pill to swallow, but I'm like fine now.
That's good. Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah.
I mean you could probably tell if I wasn't, but yeah.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
let's
So
see. Mm.
stop doing RTK. So did you just kind of slowly stop
Yeah,
doing stuff after that, basically?
yeah. It wasn't that long ago, but yeah, since then, like, what have I been doing? You think? Normally, I just like get caught up in like a game, I get really interested in the game, and so that's why like I'm thinking, I was like, man, if I just played my games in Japanese, like
Yeah, yeah.
that'd be so much better, you know.
At least then you'd
So
be
I'm
yeah.
yeah, I'm
You wouldn't
gonna do
feel
that for. I
guilty
mean,
either. You know?
yeah, no, I'd be like, well, at least I'm like reading and hearing some stuff sometimes. You know, even if I mostly just did that, you know, like obviously it'd help if I could also find time like find like one or two shows that I'm interested in and watch it because then I could like
My girlfriend's calling, but I'll tell her I'm gonna.
okay.
It's okay. I'm gonna just tell her I'm gonna call her later.
Oh yeah,
Cause I don't know how we'll be doing this.
yeah. Yeah. I'll just wait.
Okay, we should be good now.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead with what you're saying.
So basically let me think. Where was I? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it would have helped like if I could like if I had like just gotten used to like playing my games in Japanese, if I like told myself, yeah, it's okay, just switch it on to Japanese. And then if I also maybe like found like even just like one or two shows like here and there to like watch because then like I wouldn't mind like re-listening to audio, so I could just get the audio from that. And if I just got into the habit of like I wake up in the morning, clip my MP3, just lace the headphone earbuds or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
like do that at the same time or like whenever in between, and then like I'm like playing games in Japanese all the time. That wouldn't be nearly as bad as like doing none of that. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's like my like plan B for the future, and I could at least do something like that. Me being like I don't want to read, I don't want to read. Like
Mm-hmm.
whenever I would always want to play games, but like when I was doing Japanese stuff, I would have to like eliminate it sort of as like
Mm.
an option, right? Which is why I said like like the whole like limiting myself and saying yeah you can't read like it's so bad because then I end up just not doing Japanese stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like that defeats the whole purpose. So you know like I'd rather get somewhere even if it's not like ideal. Like at least I get there. You know, yeah, that's basically the idea. And then
How
yeah,
do
I
you
guess we
feel
could talk
about?
about it
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
how do you feel about your Japanese ability now, like currently?
I mean, I'm always gonna be like probably the worst judge of my own
Mm-hmm.
ability, but I'd say I mean there's like I guess two ways that it comes out, and so I could like look at those two to like sort of judge it. So one would be like comprehension of like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, like I'd say like there's like obviously a scale of like what's easier and what's harder. So stuff that has like a narrative, like
Mm-hmm.
I'm really used to that. So like if it's like an anime or something, like I can watch it and get the plot.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna get everything. Like obviously like the words that aren't like very common, I'm gonna miss. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
but
But you can get the plot.
like
You can understand what's going
like
on.
at least yeah, like something like 70% of it, and that's more than enough to like get what's going on all the time. So I can like thoroughly enjoy what I'm watching. I know what's happening, right?
Yeah.
And then like it's a bit harder with stuff like YouTube where like it's not like there's no like storyline type thing and they speak like quickly. And it's not that I can't like I'm actually pretty good with like keeping up with like fast speech because of Terrace House and the podcast that I used to listen to where they would talk
Mm-hmm.
like pretty quickly. But yeah, so it's not about like so much about that. But yeah, I find YouTube to be a bit more difficult, but I still enjoy it if I like can find something that I like on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like maybe like at about like 70% or so. But the thing is with how these things go, it's like getting that like big block or chunk of like comprehension of like all the common stuff. Like yeah, it covers like let's say 70%, and then you have like the remaining 30 or so. Um, and like getting to the point where you like start getting through that, like it's much harder and it takes like longer. And as far as benefits go, like it's like diminishing
Diminishing
returns, but you
returns.
still
Yeah,
need to
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. Like it's a big deal if you don't have that, because then
Well,
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know how
like
much I would say it's diminishing returns at this
mm,
stage. I think at a little
yeah,
bit
no,
higher.
later. Yeah, no, I agree.
Because, like you said, I
Yeah.
think maybe 70% might be general with like like basic anime and stuff, but other things
Yeah.
like you just mentioned, like YouTube and stuff
It
like that.
makes it's hard to like, yeah, no, I'm not like anywhere where I would want to be as far as like understanding. It's like my
Same,
ideal would
yeah.
be like I get like at least like basically like
And
95%.
plus, you've also got the whole like reading arc too that you have to kind of like
Yeah,
factor in
yeah,
there.
that's gonna be like it's gonna be like the whole reading journey. It'll really be that. It'll be a journey. Like it'll be like what I've already gone through with like listening, but now like something new entirely, even though it's like related.
Mm,
So, but I'm looking forward to it.
I see.
I think it'll be fun.
So, for most, how would you put this?
Mm.
Um, audible kind of
Audible, yeah,
media like anime and stuff like that, you feel
yeah.
pretty comfortable. You can at least understand more than half.
Yeah, so another good example could be like my Japanese friend I talked about, my
Hmm.
childhood friend.
Oh
Like
yeah.
he's living in Japan now,
Oh okay.
and he's actually so it's interesting. It's unrelated, but I'll just mention it. So
Hmm.
he's like not going to school. Like he's my age, but
Hmm.
he is like he wants to be like a mangaka. So
Oh yeah.
he
Oh,
works
you
like
told me
really
this. Yeah.
like yeah, like he like a while ago, I don't know how long ago, maybe almost like a year now. He used to be on Discord playing games with me and my friends all the time, but then he like really like he's like, yeah, no, fuck this. I'm gonna like try hard. And so he like stopped really going and he going on Discord, and for the past like almost like a year, he's been like 10 hours a day every day like working like stuff, his manga stuff. And he does nothing else. He doesn't go out or anything.
Is
Um
is he a Canadian citizen or a Japanese citizen?
Yeah, well, both, I guess.
Both.
Because his parents are like,
Okay.
because since his parents are Japanese, he has like a Japanese passport, but he also has his like Canadian one, I think. So
Okay. Got it.
yeah, I mean, for like a foreigner who's going to Japan and they want to become a citizen, I think they revoke like your other citizenships. But if you're like born as like a Japanese person, then
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If
uh,
you have Japanese nationality, you should be able to go back to Japan.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, oh yeah, so something happened recently where he said that like his like one of his works is getting like serialized, like which
Really?
is like crazy, yeah.
That's actually
It's like a short, it's like seven pages or something. It's like a rom-com thing that he just did, but like he put a lot of effort into it, and it got
that
noticed by
must be
like
really inspiring to like have a friend that's
yeah.
like doing that. If you
Yeah, he's
can do
working really
that, then
hard.
you can definitely
Yeah, yeah.
you can get good at Japanese.
Exactly, yeah. I thought that a lot, yeah. So, and he said that I inspired him too, because like before he started, like he like noticed like the fact that I would like grind it out and just like watch anime all day at times, and like he said that that like helped him as well. So
Hmm.
help each other, I guess. Yeah. Um. Okay. Oh yeah. So one thing is like we talk like since he lives in Japan, he said like he wants to get more used to like just speaking Japanese and stuff. So he doesn't like unless it's with his parents, he doesn't really do it, and so like he'll just talk to me in Japanese because I
Oh
can
yeah.
like understand for the most part, and usually I'll
Do
just
you
use
respond in
English.
English or do you respond in Japanese?
Uh, both,
Both.
but usually just English. It's easier.
Yeah. Okay.
And like, I mean, I can understand him just fine, and he doesn't like try to like hold himself back or anything. Like, I'll miss like a word here or there.
Mm.
That's like not a common one, but like for the most part, when he's talking, I can understand him. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, my listening is like pretty good because that's all I've really done.
Yeah. Yeah. I can imagine. Mm.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
like yeah.
So I think
Um,
we should maybe end this off with future goals and like how you
mm,
like plan to implement
yeah,
into your study regimen
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have I feel like I almost have the tendency to like overcomplicate things, but I just
Mm.
had this idea recently and I think it's pretty good. I mean, you could let me know what you think. I didn't mention it before. But my idea is basically like the approach I want to take is almost like as if uh I feel like it's too much for me to think about like, okay, I need to do one, two, three, four, five. I can just have one like core idea that kind of will take care of all that. And that idea for me is like, what if I was like what if I didn't know English? What if I was a Japanese
Going back
person?
to AJATT,
I just yeah, I sat down on my computer and like, things are the way they are, and like it's like, okay, I don't know English. I mean, aside from like when I need to know English, right? Like family, school, whatever. But even though like if I was really extreme, like
You
I could
just
do
go
the
to your
cat.
family. I am really sorry. I don't speak that type of
Yeah,
shit.
like none of that, none of that. It's a little bit too much, but
Yeah, a little
yeah.
too
If I
hardcore.
really wanted to, yeah, I could like do the cats thing where like for school I could still like try to implement Japanese when I take notes and anything like that. But I don't know if I'll do that. It's a bit much. It's
You're like at the kitchen table with your family eating dinner, just eating cake with chopsticks and shit. You know.
yeah, like it's like kind of like that. Yeah, pretty much. So so basically, yeah, like then it's like it kind of takes care of everything almost in a way because it's
Mm.
like, um, so for it's like, well, obviously like everything needs to, English needs to go out the window. Everything goes into like, Japanese mode, and
Yeah.
then for the things that like I want to do, right?
Mm.
Like it's like I look over, I see, hey, there's that book on like on that shelf. I want to read it, and then I go pick it up, and I assume I can read it, right? I just say, yeah, I know Japanese, and I open it up, and I can't read
Yeah,
it.
if you
Then
can
it's
trick your
like,
brain into thinking like that,
yeah,
then
and it's like I need to fix the problem, right? If I
mm.
can't, then I need to like, then it's like, well, I just got to work to like get there as fast as possible, right? Whatever I want to do in Japanese, if I can't do it, that's a problem, right? And until that stops being a problem, then I still have stuff to work on, until I get
Well,
to
yeah, I
like,
do think
you
though,
know, mm,
just in general, like if you can
mm,
eliminate all the things right now in your life that
yeah,
make Japanese seem like a chore or make it seem
yeah,
tedious, then you're
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, well
what do
on
you
your
say,
way.
like kokaritsu or something like that. It
Yeah,
will be like much higher. You know what I mean? Like you'll be much more likely to actually do it because you'll only
yeah,
have things. So if it did come down to it and you just realized that you didn't like reading, then I would say
yeah,
then don't do reading because if reading makes you
yeah,
whatever, or at least don't do it how you're doing now. Find a different way that makes it fun.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. I'd agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, and so it's like my idea would be like if I want to do something and I can't do it, I got to work on that. So kanji would obviously be like a big, the thing that I need to work on. So it's like I'll see how I go about that.
Mm.
And as for like when I get to the point where maybe I want to start doing like sentence cards and stuff, for the whole monolingual thing, it's like I'll probably like ideally it's like if I take that mindset of like, yeah, I only know Japanese, it's like I'll only use English as much as I need to, but I'll try like from the very beginning to like see, how monolingual I can make it, and
Mm.
probably try and do things that way. I don't know. I'll see. The monolingual thing is a bit complicated. There's no like,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's really like a set sort of way to go about it, but
Um.
yeah.
So where do you want to be in like a
Oh
year?
yeah.
Whenever you're like, let's say like by the time you get to Japan,
Mm.
what type of level do you want to be at?
Yeah. So if I get to,
If
if I can get
if you
to
get to
Japan.
Japan by next year, yeah.
So here's it because I didn't mention this too, but like we were talking about this like one person I talked to, like
Mm-hmm.
this one girl or whatever, and it's like I really like one of my goals would be to like be able to interact with her in a way that's like right now like it's fine, but it's like I can't like do it smoothly. It's never
I
if it's
see.
not very smooth. It's like Matt's analogy with like everything is like with a glove. So it's like sometimes like I can't read like things she sends me, so I have to like go look them up, and it takes time, and like it's slower for me to respond. Like that's a problem that I need to work
And you
on. And
can't
it's
get
like
too personal either, can you?
yeah, you can't. It's hard because when we talked before, like we played a game for a while, but like it made it easy to talk because in the like moments where like I had to like take a step back and like think, like
Mm-hmm.
we had the game to focus on, so it wasn't that awkward. But like if we were just to sit down and have nothing to do except talk, it would be much harder. Like
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
you know, so like I'd much rather prefer like being able to, I guess, sort of like I would want to my goal would be to like get to a point where I could like interact. So that would be like, messaging back and forth and then like talking in a way that like maybe it's not like absolutely perfect, but I don't have to worry about it being not perfect, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Like
Yeah.
I'm at a point where like I can kind of just do it and feel comfortable doing it, if that makes sense. Yeah. Um so I can like get more out of it, and then yeah, I would want to get to that point before I even step foot in Japan. And I think in a year that's definitely doable
Oh yeah,
considering I still
definitely
have,
doable. Yeah.
yeah, if I like actually like do stuff like all the time. And yeah, like you said, it'd make it a lot easier if I like got rid of things that were like mendokusai, like just kind of only really do what I want to do, but still like, do the best I can to like make progression and cover up like these big holes, um, like kanji stuff like that.
I see.
So
Do you have any goals with like reading comprehension and stuff? Like how where you want to be
yeah,
with that?
well, I'd say
Do you care about being able to read any book, or is it just book you
yeah.
do?
Well, I'm like I've never been a big like novel person even in English. Like I
Mm.
can't even remember the last time
Oh,
I touched one,
same.
but like
Yeah.
I love anime and like novels are cool. So probably like at the very least, I think like if you get yourself to a point where you're at like 95%, you can open up a light novel and you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were to go and try and read a novel, you'd probably do okay. I would assume like a even if I didn't want to,
Mm-hmm.
but like yeah, definitely like I want to get to I guess like I don't know how feasible it is. It's probably not that realistic, but like as close as I can, I want to get to like, whatever, like 95%. Or it's like if I want to read like a light novel, I can,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be great. Cause it's like when I can do that, it's like, yeah, it'll take a lot of work, but it'll be fun. And once I get there, I can just do like more stuff in Japanese that I want to be doing. It's like, when I
You
finish
can
this
start
show and it's,
consuming things, or you can start writing
yeah,
things too in Japanese for
yeah,
like specific stuff. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and like it can be all in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, no
buildings and
need.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like no need to rely on English, and so that way it's like the most efficient way to go about it, right? Because it's
Mm-hmm.
like the less English I need to like come in contact with, then that's the better. And it's like yeah, but being able to like read like light novels comfortably would help so much because it's like you know um like this one case where it's like I got the like light novels for Michelle Tensei. It's like
Mm-hmm.
there's only light novels. Um, basically like the story's based on light novels, and there's no more anime to watch, and I really want what happens, but like I can't. Like I'm not gonna fucking read the translated version. I'm just not
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
that.
So you
Uh,
need to be able to read it.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. And it's like because I can't do that, it's like there's all this content that I want to watch like or like consume like really badly, but I can't. And it's like I don't know. It's like if I can get there, then yeah, I can just do more shit in Japanese, and then it's like at that point I don't really have to worry about like getting good. It'll just be about like you know continuing to do stuff, and I'll just get better. Like
Yeah, over
after
time,
it'll probably
naturally. Yeah.
plateau at some point, but
Oh, it
yeah,
definitely
I
will,
mean
but yeah, and then after that
yeah,
point, it might be like diminishing returns because if you've already got to a point where
ye-
you're like 95%, but
yeah.
interesting, yeah.
But like
So,
my yeah, my final goal would just be to get to like probably where like you're around where you're at. That'd be like the idea. You know.
flattery. Yeah.
Because I mean, you can kind of it's like you can kind of do everything I want to be able to do, right? Like pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like, well, as far as like how it like manifests, like for you, it'd be let's say like being able to just like talk like naturally with like your girlfriend, like
Mm.
that kind of like I'd like to be able to do that too. So then you got all
Yeah,
the
like
stuff
it's
that's
gotten to
like
the point where I don't even really think about it, to be honest. I like
yeah,
I've kind of almost gotten like complacent, you know what I mean? Like I don't like
yeah,
even if I make a mistake, oftentimes I
mm,
understand that I'm making a mistake, but I just don't
mm,
care because it's just like, well, it's
yeah,
not that I don't care, it's just that I don't dwell on it. Like it doesn't like I don't go back
mm,
like. But maybe I think that's just because it's my girlfriend. Because there are times whenever like I'm speaking, like for example, like when I first
mm,
spoke to this, I guess I'll just say her name, Chisato,
mm.
which is the Japanese girl. She's gonna be like my roommate when I go back to America.
Oh right, right,
When I first spoke to her over the phone, it was mostly just to speak about like the house, rent, stuff like that.
mm, mm.
I was like really trying, like not
Oh
just
yeah,
whatever, but like because not just like to impress her, but just to make like a good impression. You know what I mean?
right,
Um,
yeah,
and those times I did feel like when I did make most of it, it was like there was a couple accent mistakes, and then sometimes it was just like unnatural things that I said.
yeah,
Um, and when I made those mistakes, I did kind of like cringe to myself and I whatever.
mm,
But yeah, when I speak to my girlfriend, I'm just completely complacent. I feel like at this point, which maybe is not a
mm,
good thing. I don't know, but
yeah.
mm,
Mm. Well, I mean, that's how it goes, right? If you don't get used to it, then it's like, I mean, you get used to it because it like, if you didn't, it'd be like too much of a toll.
yeah, it would be because it's like
Yeah,
if I felt the same way, like the same level of nervousness
yeah,
as
you
I
wouldn't even want to talk to
yeah,
her.
Which, to be fair, like even when I spoke to Chisato, it's just the same thing. Like when I speak Japanese to people I don't like know, it's always just that very beginning because I only really properly speak Japanese to my girlfriend. Everyone else, like I don't really speak. So like it's just the very beginning. Like when I went to London with Max, we went and tried to speak to some Japanese people because there's like no Japanese people in the UK. To be fair, there's like none.
Yeah. I mean, not that many here, but
Yeah,
maybe it's a little better.
and it's like it's something I've never really done before, so we wanted to do it, just to see like whatever, and maybe it'd be like a fun kind of reaction we would get out of them. So like every time we had like found like a Japanese person, I'd always have to like build up the courage, even though I knew like I could speak to them completely fine. I mean, I speak to my girlfriend completely fine. I'd build up the courage, and I'd constantly think in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say it like this, I'm gonna say words, I'm gonna say. I was thinking like, Max is over there probably not thinking anything because he whatever, like he just whatever, and then I'm over here, I'm like thinking about the exact, like I'm making a script in my mind of exactly how the conversation is go. Like, okay, I'm gonna say this, they're gonna be like eh mecha umai or something, mecha jozu or something like that, and then I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, and then go on to the next thing.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, we were like, yeah, it's insane, or some shit like that. And then, I would just have the whole thing played out in my mind, but yeah, it was always just the very beginning. Once I actually start speaking, and they started speaking, I mean, this could also just be because Japanese people are generally pretty nice, but like it always like it would just feel really natural for me at that point, especially if I wasn't trying to use Keigo, which 9 times out of 10 I'm not using Keigo. So it's like,
I mean, yeah.
But
Keiko fucking go fucking. I don't know. I hate Keiko.
Keigo, more like shit go.
Yeah, it's just so much nicer to like chill out and not have to worry about formalities. Just kind of like
Yeah.
You can like that's how I talk to my friends, right? So and that's like when I'm most comfortable. Like I get into my most comfortable state because I just say whatever's on my mind. It kind of feels like that.
Almost. Yeah. Cool. Well, I guess to like just finish it off, is there any last things that you want to like say or talk about or?
Well, I mean, for one, because if this is gonna go up, then maybe you should like make one with Max so he doesn't feel left out. Because like he probably deserves it more than.
I'm definitely gonna do one with Max, but I don't know if he wants to.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to do one now because I know he's definitely not satisfied where he's at, and he's trying really hard.
I'm not either, everyone. I mean, we had nothing else to talk about, really.
Yeah, but I think it actually worked out really well. To be fair, I think it actually turned out really well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good then.
I hope the audio is fine. I didn't even like listen. Now that I'm looking at it now,
I think I listened to it and it was fine.
I think your voice is much louder than mine though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it might be. Just because I can see like when you speak, sometimes it like clips, but when I speak, it just goes to like the yellow bit. It's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway. It should be whatever.
I mean, at least the audio is like there and working.
Yeah, at least it's there and working, and the quality doesn't seem to be too bad. It's got 3 likes, and I didn't like it, so 2 other people liked it.
Nice.
But I'll definitely do one with Max. I'll definitely do one with Nidasu.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, and then that thing you're talking about, like
because I've been
purposely like bad accent thing voicing over anime or.
Oh, that's another good idea. Yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah.
Final.
I had some thoughts, but they're kind of gone now. They kind of are lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think we got through like most of it.
Yeah. I think it was an interesting story, to be fair. Good job.
Oh, okay. I mean, I didn't think so, but yeah.
You're just being humble. That's all.
Oh, right. I was gonna say something that's like kind of unrelated, like
you can go for it.
Because you mentioned like the concept of like cancel. I hate it. I feel like when I say that, like it's just so like not genuine. Like I wish that instead I could just like be thankful or something instead of like being like, because it feels so fake.
Yeah.
But like I wish I could be, oh, thank you so much, or something. But then like that comes for whatever reason that comes off as like arrogant or whatever. So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah. So.
No, I know what you mean. But,
yeah.
Any final things? We already kind of talked about where you're trying to go and stuff like that. What you're trying to do.
Yeah. I mean,
like as a final thing, if things didn't work out and you weren't able to go to Japan next year for study abroad, do you have like a plan B? Are you still going to be doing the same thing, just not in Japan, or?
I mean, I have no other choice, really. Like, I just stay here and fuck, I don't know. Like that'd be terrible, but
Yeah, it would. Yeah, I hope it doesn't
what I
happen.
literally can't do anything else. Like there's
Mm,
nothing I can do. Like, it's just that bad.
it is shit.
I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
but
I mean, you would know, right? So yeah.
yeah, because it's especially. But I do recommend having some sort of plan B, like at least thinking,
Mm.
even though I know
Oh
you don't
well,
want to
kind
think about
of.
it.
Well, I mean, in I guess oh, you mean for the immediate future or long term the type thing or yeah.
Kind of like immediate future, because like,
Okay,
I
yeah.
mean, a
I mean, I
year
don't.
from now is pretty immediate
Yeah,
future, I'd say.
yeah. I mean, I'd say anything more than that will probably be fine. But yeah, in the immediate future, I mean, yeah, if I do want to like I wanted to just go like for vacation, and then I was gonna go like on the exchange and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the exchange would be nice, of course. If it doesn't work out, I can just do it like the year after or after that, or like I have time. So, um, and then yeah, if I wanted to if I got close with that girl I'm talking to, and for whatever reason she could come here, I can't go there, then maybe try and do something with that. And
Yeah, that
if
would
it's
actually be a good idea. Yeah, so
yeah,
something to look forward to too. Yeah.
yeah, and if anything to make it easier, like if I was planning to go like on vacation anyway, I couldn't do that. I could just like help cover like the cost or whatever, to make it easier for her, and then like we could like do stuff here, and then maybe that would just be like good enough, like
It would. Yeah, I
probably
think it would
enjoy
be
that.
good. I mean, that's what me and Yuzu did.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be Luke 2.0, I guess.
Like 2.0,
I'm
yeah. Following in my
evolving.
footsteps.
Yeah.
Well, at least you don't have to make some of the same mistakes I did.
I mean, nah. In what way?
Japanese wise, I guess.
Uh, I still make. I mean, I do a lot of stupid shit. So,
Mm.
eh,
But
I don't
yeah, I
know.
think this was very good. This is the first
Mm.
one of these, and like, yeah, I mean, we didn't have anything to talk about originally, but I think this turned out pretty well. I mean, we had a very
Yeah, there
good.
was enough there.
If anyone like, I feel like if anyone didn't, people who didn't know you, they could watch this and now know exactly like, not exactly, but pretty much like your journey and like where you're at now and
Mm.
what you plan to
Yeah.
achieve and stuff. And I think this is good, and it starts
Yeah.
off now like a
Mm.
series because now I can make other one of
Yeah.
these AJATT interviews.
Mm. Yeah. Just like Matt.
Just
Just
like Matt, but
just
in
like
my
Matt.
style, which
Yeah.
is
I mean, to be fair, you have like tip videos that are like unique and pretty useful. So, and then like
I
the
have like
interviews are.
one.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I mean, you
I
have the
could make
sentence part
more.
one too.
I have which one?
You have the sentence part one as well as
Oh
the
yeah, I do. I should have made like a proper
yeah.
one out of that because I. But to be fair, I did make
Yeah.
that is like that video is supposed to go along with this post that I have on
Mm.
Wikisama. So, so
Okay.
that's why it's like not very much context and just kind of.
Okay. Okay.
But because the
Yeah.
entire post goes into it, and it's like a very long post that I made into it.
Yeah. No. I'm definitely gonna like use that when I get to
You
sentence
should.
learning. So
Yes,
yeah.
Nidus is using it now, so it's pretty good.
Mm. Yeah.
Cool. I think I'll end this now.
Mhm. Yeah. If I end up making like a channel or something, then maybe it'll like show up in the description. So you check that
Oh yeah,
out
I'll
as
definitely
well.
put any of Victor's stuff in the description, his
Yeah.
Twitter and stuff if he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I like go with like a video idea and I actually like make do something about it and it's like
You should. You should.
decent, then
You could make update videos, or you could make an introduction video or something like that.
yeah, like it would probably be agent related stuff as I go through things if I have anything, that I want to talk about, and yeah, then maybe it'll show up in the description. So
It's fine. Well,
yeah, at least people know where I'm at now. I might not even have to make like an intro video if this is out there. So
yeah. Hopefully.
yeah,
Let's hope this does really well.
yeah. I mean, we'll see.
We'll
Maybe,
see.
maybe not. No, probably not too many people are searching for HAD. So
True,
stuff,
but
so the people who care, I guess. Hello
the people who care, yeah. Hello. And goodbye.
and goodbye.
But yeah, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye bye.